Journalism in Somalia is a dangerous profession. Shabaab often targets media figures, as they did 2 weeks ago when Abdiaziz Guled was killed by a suicide bomber. The group admitted to targeting Abdiaziz Afrika, as he was popularly known, outside of a restaurant. Prime Minister Mohamed Roble afterwards called him a national hero. But these hard-working heroes who help keep people safe or report on ways to prosper are often targets from their own government. And their fate also often goes uninvestigated. The Committee to Protect Journalists ranks Somalia #1 in impunity for those who attack members of the media. 25 have been murdered in the country in the last decade without their killers being brought to justice. This week, the Somali Journalists Syndicate is again making an appeal to protect their brethren. The SJS cites several cases of intimidation and harassment in the last 2 weeks, prominently in Puntland, where a dispute between State President Saeed Deni and a military commander he has fired has made headlines. Somali Journalists Syndicate, SJS, condemns the recent arbitrary detentions, threats, intimidation, and obstruction of access to information against local journalists in Khartoum and Mogadishu by the police. In Khartoum, 2 prominent journalists were detained for interviews deemed to be critical of President Deni. Mohamed Abdirizak Osman is a Khartoum media journalist. Guled Abdirizak Nur Kibangi is the director of privately owned Radio Anfa. They were both grabbed and beaten while in detention overnight. The next day, they were sent to the central prison there, where they waited for 4 days. On Wednesday, the 1st of December, police officers presented Osman and Kibangi to the Khartoum District Court, where only a judge, several police officers, and clan elders were in attendance. Both Osman and Kibangi told SJS that without a lawyer representing them, they were forced to sign a document allegedly prohibiting them from reporting, quote, any information critical to the state in the future, unquote. Both were freed without charge on Wednesday. A prominent television reporter, Ladan Abdi Ibrahim of SBC, has gone into hiding after her house was raided in Khartoum. She was also reporting on the Bosaso security standoff. The SJS also complained about journalists being shot at in Mogadishu's Hodan district and trying to land at Garbahari Airport. The latter were invited by the UN to report on efforts to help those affected by Somalia's devastating drought. Their plane was forced to turn back and land in the nation's capital. SJS Secretary General Abdali Ahmed Mumin has called for formal investigations into the incidents in Garbahari, Mogadishu, and Khartoum. ADN TV stands with our brave peers reporting in Somalia, and also calls on authorities to protect journalists there and punish those who harass and kill those trying to help the Somali nation with their honest work.